Now what if you find yourself with your email account often getting overrun by messages, to the point where you just don't have enough data to store them all? Thankfully, FortiMail allows for highly customizable email archiving. This video guides you through the process of creating an archive account, creating an archive policy, creating archive exceptions, and then finally viewing your archived email. Before we begin the following procedures, make sure your current account has access to reading and editing privileges. For more information on configuring your administrator account, see the corresponding section of the FortiMail admin guide. Before being able to archive email, we'll first have to establish an archive account. To enable and configure an email archive account, go to Email Archiving, Archive Account, Archive Account. Now select New to create a new account or modify an existing account by double-clicking the account. Now we enter the necessary information and give the account a name and a password. The index type simply indicates if archiving indexing is in use and how much is indexed. Indexing speeds up content searches, so let's index the email headers. Be sure to select the option appropriate for your setup scenario. We'll enable status so we can select it in other places where it's used, and IMAP to access email archiving through IMAP. The rotation settings dictate what the archiving account does when it reaches the disk quota we set here. We'll keep it at overwrite over 200 megabytes. Destination is simply deciding where we will archive our data and what its quota and retention is. We'll select local, but if you're selecting remote, be sure to enter the correct IP address for your remote storage server. Once finished, select Create. Now you don't need to archive every email. We can be more specific by establishing an archive policy to specify the types of emails we want to archive. Let's create one now by heading to Email Archiving, Policy, Archive Policy. Select New. We'll enable the status, select the previously created archive account, then select the policy type. We'll keep it on the default sender so the FortiMail unit checks the sender email address for the specified pattern. And finally, for the pattern itself, we need to specify what attributes the message must have to be archived. So for example, if we put *@example.com as our pattern, the FortiMail unit archives all emails from the example.com domain. When you're finished, just select Create. Now that we have an archive policy, we might want to prevent the FortiMail unit from archiving certain emails. Let's do that by creating an exempt policy. Go to Email Archiving, Policy, Exempt Policy. Select New. Enable the policy, and then we'll want to select the archive account we previously created. Select the policy type. This is where we are checking for the specified pattern. We'll keep it at sender. Finally, we enter the pattern to specify what attributes the message must contain to be exempted. So if we enter *@test.com, every message from a sender with test.com as the domain will be exempted from being archived. Select Create. With our archival settings established, we can now search or view our archived email as the system administrator. Simply go to Monitor, Archive, Archive Account. Select the email archive account we want to view, and then select View. We can select to view our inbox or the bulk archive folder. Search for specific content with the search button. You should now have a fully configured email archiving account. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.